Yeah, the breaking news is huge for Chelsea fans because you have a manager in principle. The deal has been done for you, and it's Xabi Alonso.
Xabi Alonso is going to be the next Chelsea manager. If you look at all the CVs of the candidates, you could make a pretty good argument that he has the best CV. If I was a Chelsea fan, the only thing I'd be a little bit worried about is the fact that he doesn't have experience of managing in the Premier League. But of course, if you look at his CV, winning the double at Bayer Leverkusen, invincible season, and also everything that he achieved as a player, I think that is why Chelsea have decided to go for him rather than some of the other candidates, because there are a lot of good managers available this summer.
And that former Leverkusen obviously attracted Real Madrid, where he didn't last, obviously. But in any case, you know, that big name reputation must count for something. But when it comes to Chelsea, you know, not that many managers have ultimate sort of control. Will he have it?
Well, he's not going to have total control. You know, if you are the manager of Chelsea or the head coach, let's wait and see what he's going to be called. You have to fit into the structure that they have in place. But I think he will have a little bit more of a say than, for instance, somebody like Liam Rosenior or maybe even Enzo Maresca. Don't forget, Enzo Maresca was doing a pretty good job. In his first full season, Chelsea won 2 titles. They won the Club World Cup. But then I think the relationship began to deteriorate behind the scenes. There was contact from Manchester City about potentially taking over from Pep Guardiola when and if he decides to leave City. So it derailed their relationship. But I think Enzo Maresca was unhappy behind the scenes. He wanted more control, the kind of control that traditionally managers have had. But you're not going to get that. So you make a very good point in your question. Is there going to be some tension going forward? Is Xabi Alonso the kind of character who grew up playing under traditional managers, who wants the kind of control that traditional managers have? And will there potentially be some trouble further on down the road?
On today's edition of Anfield Uncovered, Xabi Alonso's future has finally taken a dramatic twist after reports claimed a full agreement has now been reached for the former Liverpool midfielder to become Chelsea's new manager. If you're a true Liverpool fan, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Anfield Uncovered and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's get straight into the news. Liverpool supporters dreaming about a sensational return for Xabi Alonso may have just received a massive blow after shocking new developments surrounding the Spaniard's future. According to reliable journalist David Ornstein, Xabi Alonso has now reportedly agreed a deal to become the new Chelsea manager, with an official announcement expected very soon. The former Liverpool midfielder is said to be preparing to sign a 4-year contract at Stamford Bridge, bringing weeks of speculation to an end and potentially shutting the door completely on any dramatic return to Anfield this summer. Of course, Alonso's name has never really disappeared from conversation surrounding Liverpool Football Club. Ever since Jurgen Klopp officially announced his departure 2 years ago, many Liverpool supporters viewed Alonso as the perfect long-term successor. The emotional connection with the fans, his incredible football intelligence, and his success as a manager made him the dream candidate for a huge section of the Liverpool fan base. And honestly, after what he achieved with Bayer Leverkusen, it became easy to understand why supporters desperately wanted him back at Anfield. Alonso guided Leverkusen to a stunning Bundesliga title-winning campaign while developing top talents like Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong into some of the most exciting players in Europe. At one stage, many people inside football genuinely believed a return to Liverpool was only a matter of time. But instead of immediately leaving Germany, Alonso decided to remain at Leverkusen before eventually taking over at Real Madrid later on. However, after internal problems reportedly led to his departure from Madrid back in January, speculation surrounding Liverpool exploded all over again. In fact, reports earlier this week even suggested Alonso was waiting to see whether Liverpool would make a move for him. That immediately sent supporters into meltdown online as fans began questioning whether Arne Slot's future at the club was becoming uncertain behind the scenes. But now, according to the latest reports, Chelsea appear to have moved quickly and won the race for Alonso's signature. And if this deal is officially completed, it will undoubtedly frustrate many Liverpool supporters who still believed Alonso could eventually return to Merseyside one day. At the same time though, the situation surrounding Liverpool may still not be fully settled. Despite public backing for Arne Slot from the club hierarchy, pressure continues to build following Liverpool's disappointing performances this season. Champions League qualification is still hanging in the balance heading into the final day clash against Brentford, and failure to secure it would only increase the pressure surrounding Slot even further. That is why many fans still believe the managerial situation could become one of the biggest talking points of Liverpool's summer, because while Chelsea now appear close to securing Alonso, Liverpool supporters will still continue wondering what could have happened if the club had decided to make their move earlier. The coming weeks could now become absolutely massive for both Liverpool and Chelsea as two huge clubs prepare for potentially defining moments heading into next season. For Alonso himself, this would represent another huge challenge in his rapidly growing managerial career. Taking over Chelsea comes with enormous pressure, especially considering the expectations surrounding the club after several inconsistent seasons. But one thing is certain, Liverpool fans will now be watching this situation very closely. Because for many supporters, Xabi Alonso was more than just another managerial candidate. He was viewed as the fairy-tale return everybody wanted to see happen at Anfield. Liverpool fans, share your thoughts on everything discussed in today's video. And if you're a true Liverpool fan, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Anfield Uncovered, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Liverpool update. Thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next one.